The football experience here was super like close-knit. Like all the guys are really close, and the coaching staff like always an open door kind of policy. So I just liked being around the environment and playing football here. Like playing in that stadium was awesome, and you know, not a lot of Division II football teams get to play in a stadium like that. Like things were kind of rough, but we were a really good team, and we were moving forward. We were going to be really, really, really good, and we had a lot of good guys coming back, and we were really excited about this upcoming season. Yeah, it was a lot of fun playing here. There's some really good football players, good guys on the team, and just good people.
Well, it's interesting, when I was doing my research on the book that just came out, I was reading an old college catalog, and when we first came down to Malone in 1957, they planned to field a football team right away. They did not, in part because of the expense. The school was really small, so the first team they fielded was basketball in 1957-58. But eventually they did field a football team, and the first season was 1993. Well, the first few years were extraordinarily successful. They had a number of winning seasons. It became a bit more difficult once we moved into the 2000s. And great people in the program, but struggled with the winning seasons.
You know, Malone came a little later in my recruiting process, and they seemed genuinely interested. They wanted to bring me in.
My experience had been pretty good. I transferred here from a JUCO school, so last year was my first year here. I came here, and the coaches showed me so much love and respect. They treat me like I was like one of their kids. And the coaches they put like their foot out there, try to give you so much help if you need help. And on the field, they will just try to make you a better person, but not even a better player, just make you a better man.
You know, it wasn't a person on that team that I didn't love. You know, it was all my brothers. You know, it was fun every day. You know, new adventure. It was new things to laugh about. You know, everybody was different. I learned from pretty much everybody on the team. My experience with my teammates was great. I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
It started in October, about. Committees were formed. The university, I believe around that time, was put on notice with the Higher Learning Commission, and which meant that they had to get their finances in order, or else their accreditation might be threatened, or something of that sort. Bottom line was they had to get their finances in order. They had to get their budget balanced. And like I said, by the end of January, they had decided that really football was the highest cost that they could cut.
Well, the day before, we got a text from the group chat saying that we had a mandatory team meeting at 6 a.m.
So everyone was kind of like talking like, oh, we have to condition tomorrow, whatever. So everybody like brought their workout stuff that morning, and we're all just kind of waiting there, and it was kind of a weird vibe. And then all the coaches came in and they looked pissed, you know, they looked upset.
Which threw us off, because it's like usually only two coaches in the morning for workouts. The whole staff don't show up. Coach Thomas don't show up to morning workouts. That's
when Coach Thomas came in with Dr. King, and then Dr. King just kind of straight up said what happened. He said that this was the hardest decision I've had to make, and all this stuff, and you know, we're gonna cut the football team. And
it was a shock. It was quiet for like a good chunk of time, and then, you know, people started to react in different ways, and it was like super emotional, and it happened so fast. Like, you know, everybody was thinking a little irrationally. It was crazy.
A couple guys got up and left like while he was talking. Guys were crying, and yeah, it was just very, very intense.
Immediately, all the coaches was like, you know, they wouldn't even worry about themselves. They was trying to help us and make sure that we found a new home and a new place to play, and that people would, you know, not be like too down. You know, they was lifting us up like, it's okay. You know, we gonna find a place for y'all to play. We understand that y'all football players, y'all young. You know, we in y'all corner.
We were all just sitting out in the lobby. There's probably like 50 of us just sitting there waiting for coaches to come to talk to us. Like, we didn't know what to do. We just kind of like lost little puppy dogs or something.
Oh, it was like a death. It was shocking. I think because it came so suddenly, and I think it came because the administration probably didn't want to pull the plug.
I was hurt, because I was like, I had so many expectations for the team and myself, and like I wanted to see all the things we had been talking about put into action this season. And then it's like they just closed the door on us like that, and it was like, wow.
Because a lot of people sacrificed a lot to be able to come here, coming very far distances. Like we have guys from Florida, I'm from Canada, and there's guys from all over the place. So it just kind of felt like it was just like we got not betrayed, but just it just really sucked, because a lot of guys gave up a lot to be able to buy into this and to work towards something, and then just have it taken away.
As you may know, we have made the very difficult decision to eliminate intercollegiate football here at Malone. This was a very painful but necessary decision, and is part of a campus-wide restructuring that seeks to position Malone University for long-term financial strength. While this decision will reduce expenses by approximately $1 million annually, this is not a typical story of a college university making reductions.
My focus is to ensure that you know that we are doing all that we can to help the members of our football team through this very difficult transition. It's important that you know that we want these young men to graduate from Malone, and we will communicate that to them in many ways in the days ahead. We're doing all that we can to help our coaches through this transition as well. We will honor their years of service by helping them move forward to the next phase of their career, and we do sincerely thank them for their service to Malone.
I discovered from Charlie Grimes that it wasn't really evident that this decision was going to be made until close to the end of January, about a week before it was announced. Once I saw the inner workings of a decision, the anatomy, if you will, of this decision, my eyes were kind of open to, well, this wasn't the fault of Malone Athletics, this wasn't the fault of Malone administration, or even the football program. This was just, at the end of the day, this was just a sad reality.
I guess you could say I'm a little bit more focused, because I'm planning to transfer because I want to play football again. And so I've been making sure I've been taking care of grades, but it's been stressful at the same time, taking visits, a trillion different coaches, reaching out and, talking to my mom about the possibilities of going here or there.
Because I've had so many stops along the way before Malone, and so many things happen to me and fall through and not work out. Early on I adopted the idea that God doesn't put these things in front of you, or these challenges in front of you, unless he thinks you're going to come out on the other side.
To all my football players out there, I love my brothers. I want everybody to do good and strive wherever they go to play ball next season. To the staff, to thank y'all for helping us, and being patient with us. I don't 100% know what happened. I wish it could have been handled better. I wish they would have given us more of a chance, because we were so ready to make this happen, make it great for us.
I was very surprised at the emotional response from the students and from the athletes, but if I could say one thing to them, it would be, it's no one's fault. It's not the fault of the university, the athletic department, the football program. At the end of the day, it's just a sad reality, and unfortunate as it is, we can only go forward from here.